Welcome to another edition of Small Biz Evolution. I'm Khaka Ngcofe. Well, thanks to technological innovation, the development of cross-border payment in Africa is rapidly evolving. While South Africa's informal economy is increasing at an unprecedented rate, many small businesses struggle to access reliable financial services. Traditional banks often fail to meet their needs, especially in the e-commerce sector. Joining me via Zoom today is Jonathan Katende, founder of Lipaworld, to discuss fintech startups and how they continue to bridge these gaps. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and good day to your listeners.
Well, South Africa's informal sector is growing exponentially, but still relies on cash. How does Lipaworld assist small businesses in shifting into digital finance?
Yeah, absolutely. So we understand that cash is still king in the informal sector, but what is also true is how unsecure and how difficult it is to keep safe. And I think for many merchants that are looking to have access to credit, cash becomes a bit of a hurdle for them to build a digital footprint. So this is where stablecoins come in, enabling many merchants to essentially earn payments in stablecoins and build a financial footprint for themselves.
I'd like us to look at how regulatory alignment is a big theme for fintechs. How are you working with regulators in South Africa to make sure Lipaworld is trusted and compliant?
Yeah, so when we look at regulation, we don't see it as a tick box exercise, but more as a foundation. So we work very closely with the FSCA with respects to their guidelines on crypto assets and make sure that the South Africa community can know that when using Lipaworld, it's a trusted and regulated platform that has their protection in mind.
But Jonathan, do you think that the traditional banking systems are failing the informal economy, especially when looking at the e-commerce sector?
I think the financial banking sector has done well in driving financial inclusion at the beginning of that cycle. But I think over time, many individuals have been left out and excluded purely because they're trying to earn money abroad or they, as you mentioned, in the cash economy. And I think for us, we're trying to make sure that we can build a platform that suits where they live and how they get paid. So I think it's a shift in how businesses and I guess individuals now need a different requirement.
We all know how stable coins are pegged to the dollar. What risks should small business owners be aware of when relying on them?
Yeah, absolutely. So we know there's still issues with scams. We understand that some people are still using the wrong type of stablecoins. So I think it's important to drive mass education with respect to the type of stablecoins that people are using, because fundamentally not all stablecoins are equal. And we want to make sure that consumers understand that they are protected when using the right stablecoins like USDC.
And just looking ahead, how will stablecoins reshape the e-commerce sector, businesses in South Africa?
Yeah, so I think it's a question of financial inclusion. It's making it a bit more accessible to get paid from anywhere in the world, which is super exciting. And I think fundamentally, with currency fluctuation, it offers individuals an opportunity to, hedge due to currency, fluctuations with local currency. So, as we become more global and connected, I think stablecoins offer us an opportunity to move our money borderlessly.
Jonathan, can you touch on the progress that Lipaworld has made already in this space? Maybe walk us through that.
Yeah, absolutely. So when we started the business, it was really off the back of a marketplace that enabled our merchants to send vouchers back home. So think about sending, goods and services to South Africa to your mom and dad. You could send them, vouchers where they could buy bread and milk at a spaza shop. And that really tied to the financial inclusion story that we had. We then added stable coins to the mix to enable people to move money freely. And that, again, has enabled freelancers and businesses to start earning income from the international clients. And this has really been an exciting project that we've had. And now we started in South Africa and we are broadening our horizons across other markets such as Kenya, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe.
I like that you speak about the spaza shop space, and we do know that in the e-commerce sector that space has been kind of like seen a bit of, it's been a steady progress. So maybe walk us through in how you guys have maybe accelerated the e-commerce sector when looking at specifically the Spaza shop and African communities.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's a question of broadening the customer base. So for local merchants in the informal sector looking to receive dollars number one, or to get purchases from vendors that are abroad, they can now use us to facilitate money movement quite easily for their businesses. And I think the story ties up quite nicely because if you grew up in the informal sector and now seem to work abroad, you can still support your loved ones in those spaces. So whether you've had that old gogo that used to help you buy your milk and bread on the side of the road, you can still support her using those vouchers and stable coins. So I think it really touches on adding development and continuing to support these businesses locally where we're from.
Well, thank you so much. Those were great insights. And we're always trying to help that go-go to just accelerate also technological advancements. That was Jonathan Katende, founder of Lipaworld. Until next time, goodbye.